dear Manfred, dear long-term friends of mine and friends of Ukraine, believe me, for me it's a great honor and a great pleasure to be back in the family. You do an enormous job, and my definitely very special thanks to Mikhail for the excellent report we prepared, and for the EPP fraction, because when you were so mobilized, you were so united, you were so pro-Ukrainian, that it's not possible to develop better documents than the report which was voted today. Most important thing that this is not only about security, not only about security guarantee, not only about defense industry, not only about armed forces, not only about how to win the war and save Ukraine. This is one pillar. And the second pillar, which was in the report, was about democracy. And it was such a great job to protect freedom of speech, to protect freedom of media, that martial law is not not the reason to kill the democracy, and not allow Ukraine to transform to the Putin-style autocracy. And this report was filled with a love to Ukraine, with a great responsibility. And I really think that we can count on you. What to do with Ukraine now? My main message, we should stop losing people, because only today 27 civilians were killed. We should stop losing territory, and we should stop losing time. Time is playing for Putin, and that's why we should be decisive enough. We should stop the war, and we should put absolutely practical term that if Putin do not accept our joint transatlantic demand for the ceasefire, we should introduce so-called Plan B. Plan B means weapons, long-range missile, intelligence data, 100 jet fighter F-16 in the Ukrainian sky, stopping Russian air dominance, extremely efficient air defense. We cannot outman Russia. Russia has a 25 million of military reserve, we have less than 1 million. But we definitely can outsmart Russia, out-technology Russia. And we definitely have an instrument to make a pressure on Putin to stop the war. Point number 2 is a sanction. And sanctions should be sophisticated and transatlantic. This is not just a question, does we introduce sanction against China? No, we introduce sanction against Russia. And this sanction against Russia should cut the ability of Russia to finance the war. Should cut Russian export. And we know how to do that. Point number 3, the defense industry. Joint venture, together with the unique Ukrainian enterprises, give us a serious advantage ahead of Russia and make Europe significantly safer. And at the end of the day, it would be significantly cheaper. Definitely we should speak about the security guarantee, but after ceasefire. Because if it would be ceasefire, we can build up the same way like Russia do in the year 2023, a line 30, 40 kilometers deep, with a fortification, with a minefield, with the effective instrument, how not allow Russia even think about how to violate the ceasefire. We should have significant influence, including the using of the Russian frozen assets, to not simply recover Ukraine, because Ukraine is completely different now. We have a very deep demographic crisis, and we have completely destroyed heavy industry. But we should build up post-industrial Ukraine with a very qualified workforce, with a unique geographical position, and as a symbol of European Ukraine. What is the most important thing, and why I want to thank EPP? We definitely should not accept the Russian blackmail about Putin's dreams if he has a veto right on the European Union membership of Ukraine or not. Our answer, no, Mr. Putin, you do not have anything on Ukraine. We're sovereign, European independence nation. And with that situation, when anybody asks, what does it mean, the victory for Ukraine? We have lots of peace summit, we have lots of discussion, but for us, victory of Ukraine is membership of Ukraine in the European Union and membership of Ukraine in NATO. And nobody can close this door for us. And definitely it would be necessary for the sustainable security situation on the continent. And even if it would be not possible now, it would be possible after 1 year, after 2 years, after 3 years. Another very important thing is promoting for reform. I'm really proud that with your assistance, during my presidency, we built up decentralization reform. They say one of the most successful. We build up reform for building up army, for creation independent anti-corruption infrastructure, which was under severe attack just 2 weeks ago. And only because of you, we saved independent anti-corruption infrastructure and saved the country from the corruption. This is exactly what I want to see. The deep involvement in the Ukrainian matter. For the democracy, we first should build up the internal unity, because unity is a factor who do not allow Putin to have a dream about the Kremlin government Georgian style in Ukraine. Point number 2, this is the parliamentary pluralism, exactly like mentioned in the report. This is the key characteristic of the democracy. Point number 3, to restore parliamentary diplomacy. Because the dialogue between European Parliament and Verkhovna Rada of Ukraine is absolutely necessary. Point number 4, again, effective and independent anti-corruption institution. We should reload all law enforcement agencies. We're using international representative to build up the trust between these law enforcement agency, people, and our partners. Point number 6, to build up the efficient business and investment climate, because we cannot count only on the public finance. We should build up the paradise for the investor. And this is the only chance for us to rebuild Ukraine. And point number 7, media freedom. I was very much appreciate when Maya Sandu today say about the danger of the Telegram messenger for the democracy. My message. Can you imagine that 80% of Ukrainians receive an information from Telegram and only 23% from TV? We definitely need to kill Telegram. And another thing, I want to thank you from all of my heart. I really was proud about our family when we received the words of condolences from European Parliament about disastrous assassination and killing for Andrei Parubiy, member of our party, member of our family, a real patriot for Ukraine. Number 2 in my party list, and my 25 years friend, which was simply killed on the street of Lviv by the killer. And now we have a full evidence about the connection of this killer with the officer of FSB from Moscow who give them instruction how to do that. Why they do that? Because they wanted that we afraid to live, that we afraid Russia. We give up. And our message, we never give up. And I will continue every single week, will be on the front line, supporting Ukrainian armed forces, because this is the best diplomat for Putin. Putin clearly understands the language which Ukrainian armed forces speak with them. And that's bring us very good perspective. So we should be decisive, we should be European, we should be friends, and we should keep unity. And believe me, today when you vote the report, when we send a message about tragedy we have today in the Donetsk region in Yarova, where 23 pensioners who come to receive a pension were killed by Russian guided bombs. And they know where they send these bombs. The situation on the ground, extremely difficult. But we ruin Putin's plan to make a breakthrough through our front line, provide summer offensive operation, and ruin Ukraine. Ukraine never give up. Situation on the front line. We definitely need more weapons. We definitely need more money. We definitely need more soldiers. But we definitely do not give up. We definitely will stop Russian troops. We definitely will protect and save Europe. This is what Ukrainian soldiers fully understand. Thank you.
Pedro, thank you so much. And you know that as future member of the European Parliament, warmly welcomed, you know about this. From an electoral perspective, you will win because all polls shows that you have a strong support in Ukraine. So that's why I thank you so much for being there, and especially this reminder about what Ukrainian soldiers are doing on the ground. We really have to bring it back to all our countries that they do this not only on behalf of Ukraine, they do this on behalf of all of us, as Europeans, to defend our way of life in today's world.